Okay, so today, if you couldn't be here, we are sitting at a lab station where we're going to do a density lab. So what we have is four different colors of fluid, and in each liquid, we have a varying concentration of salt. So what I'm going to do is we're going to see the relative densities of each of these liquids by dropping a certain amount of them into a test tube on top of each other. And the thing about density is in a set volume, so these have been used by a few classes, so the volumes are different. But basically, density means that if all of these have the same level of liquid, that some of these have more mass in that level of liquid. And that's still true. So what we'll do is first, in no random order, we'll just put different colors of fluids in here and see which one's on top. So I'm going to start with yellow. So we have yellow, and then now we're going to do green. Now, since I've got the first color of liquid in there, I now have to put the green on very slowly and make sure the test tube is tilted. Okay, so you'll notice that we have two stripes of liquid. So right now, yellow is more dense than green because it's on the bottom. So now I'm going to do red. Okay, so now we've got a red layer, a yellow layer, and then we got a green layer on top. So the next thing I'm going to do is our final color is orange, so I'm going to pour that one in. And then when we release it, we have our density gradient. Now it's still sorting out a little bit. What we have is reds on the bottom, then we have orange, then we have a small yellow layer, and then we have green. And so based on this, we're going to be able to see the different densities of different liquids line up. So what this means is that our red is the most dense, our orange is the second most dense, our yellow would be the third or the second least dense, and then our green is actually the least dense. Now, what this means is that this is actually just fresh water. This has about 20 grams of salt in it, so it makes it the most dense. The orange had about 10 grams of salt, and then the yellow had about 5 grams of salt. So the salt doubled from yellow to orange to red. So based on that, that's the reason that we had all these different colors of liquids line up. And so what that tells us is how density relates. So the less dense something is, the higher up it's going to be floating, and the more dense something is, it's going to be closer to the bottom. So based on this information, you can use my test tube as an example, but when you draw it, it should be stripes. So the red should be on the bottom, the orange should be next, the yellow should be the third one, and then the green should be the last one. So, and then you can answer the questions after that. Please email me if you have any questions.